All right, Kenman here, and today is a new Jade Pile Die Project unboxing. The die pile grows. We try to make it smaller, and it just keeps getting larger. What is it today that will join the elite? Huh? Let's find out. Before we start, not sponsored by anyone, and I purchase everything in these sweet bags that are very collectible at retail price. And I do these videos because I love discussing knives and sharing info and ideas with others. If you have any questions or thoughts, please feel free to comment below. All right, adding to my collection of this bag. How many of these bags do I have? It's a lot. Oh, wow. Bag in a bag. Everything else, that's good. And bag on the floor. Wow, this is uncommon. Getting a secondary bag. Big. All right, let's get into the next one, huh? This seems to be one of these. Any last guesses here? Oh, doesn't say, but if you recognize, you might recognize from recent bag on the floor that this is another Kizer. Kizer, man, been hitting the Kizer hard recently. Let me tell, they're doing me well. We can check on some of the other ones that I've got in a bit. But the last few, I had one little hiccup, but man, they made it right. And all the Kizers that I now have are pretty awesome. So let's get one more to the collection. The box is winning. All right, classic slide out. You're gonna have a info card and a cloth. And there it is. And all Kizers come with a whole extra set of screws, which is really nice. Gotta remember to write on there to remember which ones they go with. Anybody recognize inside the bag here? This is bag on the floor. The Kizer LP. It says right there, LP. Tucked in there. Obviously, we have the Jade, which is one of the reasons I saw it. I was like, oh, now it looks like we could put that in the project. Add a little bit more to the custom scale dies that I do. If you haven't seen those, being right there, you can check that out. Let's get into it. Kizer LP. Ooh, I like the shape. This is really clean, simple look. That blade shape, that is cool. All right, liner lock, drops, really nice. So the Kizer LP, we have 154 cm blade steel and a really cool kind of a sheep's foot kind of a blade. Yeah. We've got that really clean, simple looking jade handle. It has a little thin, I get up close here, we get in focus. It's got a little micro kind of a texture to it. Nice, smooth, yet nice feel at the same time. Okay, so it's a liner lock and drops shut pretty good. Flips out really easy. Got to put a little pressure on there and then boom, it breaks free. Yeah, that's a nice knife. Nice looking blade. Ooh, this action, this is classic Kizer. That's great. That's great. You can swap the clip to the other side for the lefties. That is very nice. It looks like it is a flipper tab action only. They kind of did this little cutout here, but there's no real any way for you to do anything other than just flipper tab. But Flipper tab does work nice, so that's fine. Ooh, a couple little shakes and she shuts real nice. Oh, there. That's one of the lefty plates of the liner lock. Sometimes you don't get it far enough as a lefty. So you have to reach across a little further versus righty you don't. Got to get me a lefty, full lefty liner lock at some point here. Okay, so blade is solid, does not move. Very nice. Centered right in the middle where it should be. Excellent. Check the D10 here. And that pops it in. Gets pretty close. Definitely, oh, I'm having a hard time just pulling it out like that. Definitely is strong. It requires quite a bit of pressure to get that going, but the nice thing about that is I'm going to try to fail one and just really weak. Yeah, by the time you're getting enough pressure for it to release, it's like going to send it out. So it might be hard for that to fail. I don't know if you try to push button it or, yeah, I'm pretty sure that's going to, every time you actuate that, it's going to pop up, and it requires a little bit of pressure, but it's nice. It feels good. And the drop shut is excellent. I can really dig that. Jimps go all the way to there, so you're getting jimps almost halfway out the blade. My hands are a little, I have longer fingers, but so my index finger gets way out there. But I'd say the average finger would probably get closer, and those jimps feel really nice. Feels good with the thumb, pushing. This is a nice worker looking blade. Just like the last one I thought felt like kind of like a worker. This blade shape, you get that point in where you want to go, push things, push cuts, make some really good work out of stuff. Okay, what's next? Measurements. Started getting out the old ruler. We are looking at almost 8 inches, just shy of 8 inches total. Blade 3.5 with a 3 and a little more than a quarter cutting surface. Handle is 4 1/4. You can use the Kenman hand is almost 8-inch span, or a little more than 8-inch. So I got it just beat by a little bit. But yeah, overall, like I said, just shy of 8 inches. It's a little bit narrower, kind of a knife. Thin profile. We put that next to the pyrite. I like to use the pyrite as a base. Size that most people are pretty common and aware of. Handle is about the same. It looks like the LP is a little bit, just a tiniest bit longer. And then the blade is definitely longer on the LP. Cutting surface almost 1/2 inch longer. So it's kind of comparable to the pyrite, but it is a little bit bigger. All right, let's get the weight. Get this where we can see the actual display. 3.58, kind of has a little heft to it. 3.6 for the pyrite. Yeah, 3.58. It's got some mass to it, but it does feel nice. It doesn't really feel heavy. In the hand, it does feel solid. Feels strong. Feels like it's going to do nice work. Really easy. Works every time. Closes really, really nice. Okay, what else can we compare it to? I have the Kizer Amicus. This one is great. I did the dye on this one to give it that blue color. But this button lock just works really good. Really smooth. It's a shorter, smaller knife. Several of the ones are a little bit smaller. I've got the Kizer Original in the small. So it's going to make that LP definitely look a little bit bigger. This is a really nice button lock too, but I wish I'd gotten the larger one. It's nice that I got this one. The action's really nice on it. I'm going to probably try to find something to do with that surface. Laser mark probably. It's a good little candidate for it. And I've got these twins over here. We've got the Kizer LP. This is the one I had the issue with. I got one that was just had a really, really bad detent. Really had issues getting it to open. And this one is fantastic. This is like that action that I was talking about with this one here, that once you, it just feels so good. I'll fail. But the Bugatti, now that I've got it swapped, this thing is great. That micarta matches the micarta on the Lieb. This is one I just opened recently. This is that one I'm saying this is a work horse. This thing's fantastic. Sweet little button lock. Opens and closes really easy. Good size for the hand. Make some good cuts. I really like this. I'm going to be carrying this and using this a bunch. But this this new one, the LP, is kind of similar. It's going to have a kind of narrower profile, a little bit longer, obviously, but the shape of the blade, the way it feels for like doing some good work, I'm excited to test this one out as well. What's everyone think about Kizer? What do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Kizers now? Maybe more. It's kind of hard to keep track. But yeah, I've gotten several lately. They've all been really good. I'm happy with them all. Especially their action is just great. Especially these button locks. But okay, hijack your own video. Let's get back to the one that we just purchased. This has got that liner lock. Good closing action. Kizer LP 154 cm on that blade. What color would we like to dye that jade? It's pretty close to a really light, very little green in it, so that leaves us pretty open. Sometimes jade can be a little closer to white. Sometimes it can be kind of closer to green, obviously. So that's going to affect the final color when you do the dye. This is going to be pretty open to what we want to do with it. I really like this. It's a very clean looking knife. And that action, that's something I can just see here. This is brand new. I haven't even had a chance to break it in, and you can just watch me right here carelessly open and close this. Like, oh, it's beautiful, right? That is great. You get just barely the right action, and boop. Super fun. Super fun. Love playing with knives. Love it. Well, that's going to be it for today. This was just kind of an unboxing, checking this one out. Comment below what Kizers you like, what ones I should look at next. Like I said, because I'm not sponsored, it's kind of on me to kind of pick and choose what it is I want to get and look at. Kizer, like I said, has been pretty cool so far. Definitely going to be looking for some more of them. And yeah, if you enjoy what you see, please hit that like button. Subscribe if you'd like to see more. Helps me out, and I really appreciate it. Stay sharp. We'll see you soon.